Fact of life is here again. Live on Facebook with Abilicious. Oh my people, join us. 7:30 p.m. UK time on Wednesday. The truth is being said or told as it is. Fact of life is here again. Fact of life.
Good evening. Welcome to Facts of Life with Abilicious, where the truth is being said or told the way it is. Yes, thank you for tuning in today. I am so happy, glad, fantastically excited. Looking forward to seeing many of you guys on the page today. Yes, we have some fantastic people joining me, and they're coming on to talk about the main topic that we have today, which is about stepchildren. Being in a step family, talking about what is happening around. So I would like you all to join me so we can talk about what is going on. And also, yes, today I decided not to wear my glasses. I just wanted to look different and to lay my hair down. I hope you all like it. It makes me look different, but thank God for that. So we will be joining some fantastic guests. They're going to be joining me. Her name is Dr. Olubusola Olufemi. She's got her a great group on the social media herself. She is also a therapist. She's a counselor. She does a lot of stuff. So I would like you all to tune in to be able to also, get involved in what we're doing. So we will be talking about, first of all, it's going to be we're going to be talking about, hold on a minute, I'm trying to find, where do I do this? How do I do this? Okay, here we are. So we will be going to be making sure this is being shared first, so for everybody to get involved, and then you can start putting your words in. Let's have a look. I think sometimes those things have a funny way of misbehaving when the thing is supposed to be working. So I'm going to have to do it from here. Yes. So I hope you guys had a fantastic week. So far, so good. I hope it's been great. Here we are. Here we go. Here we are. Don't mind me today. I'm still trying to get used to this, live video thing. So please bear with me. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Here we are. Here we go. I'm so sorry, the whole thing is so slow. Bad. Okay, let's have a look. Here we go. Here we are. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for that, let's just listen to a lovely music. I love music, so I hope you guys like this. Ooh.
I got a lot of things I need to explain, but baby, you know the game, and love is about things. So stop the claim to drop the order straight. Sex life's the game, so back me down in the pain. I can't wait no more. This is about a 3:15, and sure days I need. I got the Bentley Ballet, and I'm just outside of Jersey, past the Palisades. And I love to see that some boots and shades. Go down on the bed while I'm yanking your braids. Touchdown, you never gonna make me smile while I'm smacking your ass and hitting you all wild. We share so rare, but who cares? You can, baby. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. And I gave you my now, baby. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. And I gave you my now, baby. Girl, get it quick, come on, pull it together. It's only a sunshine. We've been through worse weather like stormy night. You wrote a dear John letter. It took my baby. You just the leather. Girl, you know better. M.O.B. Money over booties for the I.N.C. I got 2 and 3 girls for every V. And I keep you drugged up off that ecstasy. I'm a playground legend like Kirkland Pee-wee. I'm a baller in the league, got more game than me. I play harder. So many women I fathered. Meet them with scars and send them home hot and bothered. Truth to dare, this life ain't a parent affair. And a love with no glare is a crystal stare. We share something so rare, but who cares? You can, baby. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. And I gave you my now, baby. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. And I gave you my now, baby. Oh, I feel like you're living up, double life. Cause you don't be coming home sometimes, baby, but you're always on time. Checking for one time, you and I got a special bond together. We go back like bombers, both in the coldest weather. And when I play, you play the same way. You freak me, baby. You crazy, and I'm gone. Baby, you really want me to get up and leave. Hope that easy. Should be waking up wet, cause she's a remind these women to mind their business. Believe me, this game is very religious. And I feel like the John Bishop. Gold deep dish, money green bands, and my words is my witness. The life we share is a thug affair. Who cares? You care. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. And I gave you my now, baby. I'm not always there when you call, but I'm always on time. And I gave you my now, baby. New York City, you are now rapping with 50 Cent. You gotta love it. I just wanna share and twist the love. Catch something in my 745. You drive me crazy, shorty. I need to see you and feel you next to me. I'm provide everything you need, and I like your smile. I don't want to see you cry. Got so much that I gotta ask, and I hope you can come up with the answers, baby. Girl, it's easy to love me now, but you love me if I was down and out.
Hi guys, what's up? Hey, Mayor, how you doing, baby girl? You okay? Share it with your friends. We're live. Facts of Life with Abelicious. So you guys should tune in.
I don't harvest Thanksgiving. Oh yes, harvest of His endless grace.
Harvest of His endless grace.
CCC Shalom Paris inviting everybody. Be our special guest.
Harvest Thanksgiving, harvest of His endless grace. CCC Shalom Paris inviting everybody, be our special guest. Oh yes, harvest of His endless grace is the theme of adult harvest Thanksgiving service of Celestial Church of Christ, Shalom Paris, Unit B, Block B 133, Copeland Industrial Estate, Peckham Ride, London, SE15 3SN, where God answer prayer with faith and patience. Coming up on 29th October 2017 by 1 p.m. at St. Mary Banqueting Hall, 305 Camberwell, New Road, London South East, OTF. Program of event: Wednesday 25th October 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Revival. Thursday 26th October 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Women Day. Friday 27th October 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. Prophet and Prophetess Night at Church Auditorium. On Sunday 29th October 1 p.m. is Thanksgiving service. Bazaar sales will follow. After service, Most Shepherd Supreme Evangelist Prophet Olusola Ogunleye JP Wolishola is the minister in charge and will be hosting everybody. For enquiries, call 07958477 or 07904333720. Jesus is Lord.
The topic for discussion today is going to be about family. Hello, darling. How are you? Hello, my sweet sweetheart, my sweet sister. How are you? Ajeronke, how you guys doing? Hope you enjoy my music. We're talking about something fancy. Yes. So what's happening? What's popping? How are you guys? We're here talking about, is it fair for people? I want you ladies to participate this week because the men did last week. So single parenting. What is nice about single parenting? Is it fair for anybody to marry a single parent? The topic for discussion is going to be about quite a few things. We're going to be talking about, basically we're going to be talking about different things today, dealing with in-laws, siblings, or friends of each other, meddling in one's relationship. What do you think? And you have to handle the difficult and third parties, those that never mind their business. They always put their mouth in people's business. And then, is it right or wrong to have a relationship with a single parent or marry them? And then handling step children or partners' children when you are in a relationship with a person. Now, I'm going to have a fantastic guest come in. Her name is Dr. Olubusola Olufemi. So she will be joining us live to talk about these things, and I want you guys to look at the topic for discussion today and let us know what you feel. So please share the program. Let us be able to get people involved so they can read, they can watch, So let's go there.
Can you imagine? All they did in 3 years is one signboard, one gate house, and one house. Yours is even better. You can see one signboard, one gate house, and one house within 3 years. In my own case, after 1 year, there was no longer a signboard. All phone numbers were unavailable. If we go.
What? That's bad. As for me, I'm glad my steps were ordered to remain in state phase 2. I saw their history, capabilities, their investment. What they put into phase 1 in terms of roads, drainages, the whole infrastructure. They're legit. I felt safe joining phase 2, taking advantage of their introductory prices.
Be smart, be wise. Key into Amen Estate Phase 2 from just 10 million naira per plot with a 20% initial deposit and the balance paid over a year, or homes from 37 million naira on the same terms. You too can live a quality lifestyle in a serviced development where everything works.
I am enjoying. Thank you, my darling. So what do you think? Is it right or wrong to have a relationship with a single parent or marry them? Because a lot of people, they have this thing about single parenting. Is it right? Do you think it's fair? Or dealing with in-laws, what do you think? Dealing with in-laws, siblings or friends of each other, and how they handle difficult handle the difficult ones. You know, there's some friends that never mind their business. They always lie. They make up stories about you as a person to character assassinate you. Share the program, my darlings. Today is going to be a fantastic day. Yes, I decided to let my hair down, no glasses, but to look different. I hope you guys like it all. So tell me, what do you think? How do you feel about people who meddle? Oh, Omalabake, there's absolutely nothing wrong with dating or marrying a single mom. Yes, but a lot of people always have this problem about you being single. If you have a child, or you have two different, you know, sometimes when you have a man who has children with different women, and there's always that problem where they think, this man, you know, or the woman, is it that person's fault that they actually are in a relationship where, I mean, they've got different children? Is it their fault? Is it their fault? Let's talk about it. Do you think it's fair for anybody to criticize or condemn anybody? Or we're going to be talking about dealing with in-laws. There was this video that went viral a couple of weeks ago, I think it was, regarding in-laws. I mean, this lady, this young girl who was, you know, by the door. If you don't know them, don't judge them. Exactly my sentiment. Hello, hey, my dearest Sisimi of life. How are you? How are you, my darling? I'm glad that you women are the ones out here today. The men bombarded the last week program. And by the way, thank you very much for all the emails and inbox messages I've been getting regarding people who are in relationships, who are single. Honestly, my inbox, there's some of the things I'm going to be reading out later on. My inbox was inundated with a lot of stuff. There's a lot of lonely hearts out there, genuine people looking for partners, both on the female side and also on the male side. So we shouldn't judge anybody. There will be always good and bad in everything we do. And I'm sure you guys are aware of that. So what do you think? In-laws. I mean, it's good to have mother-in-law, it's good to have brother-in-law, it's good to have father-in-law. But what do you think? What are you people thinking about that? What do you think is it fair for people for a person to come in, and then when you're in a relationship, this person overrules or controls your relationship or meddle into your business without even knowing what is going on between the two of you? Without having any, please share the program. Let people come in. We need to discuss this because this is an ongoing thing in the community and it's happening to a lot of people. From the fact that, you know, I did say that for the next couple of weeks, we will be having a lot of segment pertaining to having, relationship issues. We need to talk about it. What do you think? How do you feel about in-laws? Have you ever had any bad experience with your in-laws? Do you think that people put a lot of their nose into other people's business all the time? Do you feel that, being in a relationship with stepchildren, say for instance you're with somebody, obviously a single parent or, who has a marital, who has kids, one or two, how do you feel you should handle them? Should you be a role model like a father figure? Or should you be negative to them? We need to talk about this. What do you guys think? I'm going to leave the floor to you. Let's enjoy a little bit of music while others are coming in to watch the program. Thank you. Good.
She trades vegetable in a village. She is married to a local drunk. She is a bank executive. He is a top shot businessman, yet he beats her every day. She is 15 years of age. He is 50 years. She doesn't understand what a wife means. He is impatient. He tells her every day. Every night she cries herself to sleep. Every day he gets home, he beats her to ease his pain. When he is done, he gets her pregnant again. She has counted her children. They are 6 in total. They are hungry. There is no one to feed them. Her earnings he spends on more alcohol. Who will take care of her children? Who would speak up for her to stop the violence? Who would protect the children? Who would save her?
Hi, I reject domestic violence. It's completely wrong. Boys do not hit girls. Don't ever do it. So if you're going to hit a girl, you're thinking about it, you say, no, I will defend her, I will stand up for her.
Violence is wrong. I am proud of every man who stands up for a woman. He is a he or she hero.
I reject domestic violence. I think that it works both ways, but in today's society, women are taken advantage of and they have no one to turn to. So like I said, I reject domestic violence. Out of me.
Domestic violence is wrong. I'm proud of any man that stands up for a woman. Be a he for she hero today.
So what do you get ladies think? Oh yeah, let's go there. So what do you guys think? Okay, the problem with most couples is that they refuse to discuss the most important issues before marriage. Issues before marriage, e.g. like having your in-laws with you. Secondly, if you notice your boyfriend listens to his mother-in-law, yes. What do you know, when people don't, a lot of times you think you're in a relationship with a good person. You're in a good place with this person until that person just decides that, you know what, I'm just going to be a nasty piece of work. And then when they do not have good people, role models around them, they do tend to negatively misbehave towards you. So sometimes we could say the in-laws are not as good as what they used to be, or some don't really care about the relationship. All they care about is, listen, it's my bill, it's my deal, that's it. Or they will turn around and say that at the end of the day, that's your relationship, we don't want to get involved. But sometimes, is it good to have a relationship where you don't know the person's family? And some friends are not as positive into when they see that their friend is happy, or their friend is being with the right person, a good person. They start to get insecure, so the meddle is then they will say that this person has done something. You don't know this person. No, I heard he's cheating, I heard she's cheating, she's with somebody, she's not a good person. But at the end of the day, how do you think that works out, guys? How do you think it works out? Because it's always good to know that, okay, this is secondly, if you notice your boyfriend listens to his parents even when it is ludicrous, please leave him, cause he will not change after marriage. In-laws aren't bad. Just be yourself and have ground rules before the marriage. Absolutely. When there's ground rules in the marriage, and especially where you have, you cannot disrespect your in-laws. That's, for me, I don't believe in all that. I think sometimes, people say, I don't want my in-laws being around me, but that's not true. When you have some good in-laws, unfortunately, some people are blessed with good in-laws and they have bad, partner. So some in-laws, they would do everything in their utmost power to try and make sure the relationship works between the couple. But if you have a man or a woman who is not really that, into the relationship, or at the end of the day, he doesn't value or she doesn't value you as a person, you will have problems, because then it will disrespect you, it will humiliate you, it will embarrass you for the people, and then at the end of the day, that makes you, as if you're nothing, and that's bad. I want you guys to share the program. Let us, get involved with different people. Let people come in and talk about it. Omalabaka, you're a fantastic person. So what do you think about handling stepchildren or partners' children? The relationship, what do you think? Do you think it's fair for everybody to say, okay, this relationship is going to work, or I like you, but I don't like your kids. Your kids are a bit of they're not controlling. They don't respect people. Or I want to be with you and your children. What do you think about that? And also, we're going to be talking about, is it actually, is it fair for anybody to then, decide your kid is nothing to me. I just like you, but not your kid. Does that make sense? You guys let us know. I'm here to speak with everybody. And also, that reminds me, for those of you who have inboxed me last week, I had some fantastic response from you, my lovely viewers, and also those who sent me inbox messages and emails regarding, the situation they're in. And I was, I had no idea people were suffering this much. And I did mention that on this platform, and I'm thinking of doing this it's going to probably be every single week now, where we'll have the Lonely Hearts column program, where, everything people send to me is all confidential. Please, if you're married, don't come to this platform. If you know you love somebody or you're in a relationship with another person, for the love of God, don't come in, because we don't want people who are deceivers. We want people who are genuinely looking for a partner. We want people who genuinely want to be with somebody, not somebody who is going to be faking it. People who are going to turn around and say, you know what, yes, I don't have a relationship, but at the end of the day, they've got somebody, or they're married somewhere, but just because they know there's some people, because there are good people out there so searching for soulmates, not negative people. We don't want people who will drag others down. If you know you're in a relationship, you've got somebody, please, 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 don't come on this platform at all. Please don't come here, because it will be very, very, you will be found out and you'll be openly disgraced. Anybody who has inboxed me, who has sent me emails regarding what they're going through, I did promise that, I love matchmaking. It's another positive thing. Yes, if you like, okay, in-laws. I mean, yeah. If you like me, you're gonna like my kids. Absolutely. But some people just, they feel that if they look after. I've heard this a lot from some men and people that I believe, they're very mature. But I end up finding out sometimes the things that come out of some people's mouth, you'll be shocked. One was saying to me the other day, you know what? I've got my kids. Why would I want to, look after somebody else's children? Why would I want to, be there for another person, especially when those kids will not appreciate? But you know something? My father, bless his heart, may his soul rest in peace. He always, when he used to travel down to abroad then, when we're all young, he would buy things for the whole neighborhood's kids. Everybody who knew my dad and knew my family knew that my dad was that good. And when he died, believe you me or not, a lot of people that I didn't even know, he made a lot of impact in their lives. So does it really matter if somebody, you're with somebody whose kids, they're not controlling stuff? Why don't you love that person and help to train the kids? You look at children and you think, you know what, this person deserve a good person around them to help them to control the kids. Sometimes as a single parent, it's not easy. You're trying to make ends meet. You're trying to, keep the home going, but yet and still, it doesn't work out the way you expect it to. So what happens? You're back to square one. And, at the end of the day, sometimes the children, it is hard when you're doing it by yourself. So having a partner who comes in must learn to respect and understand that. He must be able to know, you know what, okay, fine, there's a way you train your children, but my coming into your relationship is to make sure I make a positive impact on those children. So if you believe that this woman is not, if I talk to her kids, she will be abusive, she will, attack me, why don't you do your bit? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But being in a relationship with somebody, you see a lovely person, whether it's a man or a woman, you do know they come as a package. And most people don't like everybody knowing this. But I thank God that many of you are coming out. And, we've said it that it's only 2 months before the year ends. So it must be a positive, next 2 months must be positive for us all. And we should be able to make sure that we're giving everybody a positive impact. Because I believe in doing positive things. I believe in the role of making sure that I make a positive impact on people. And also, if it's to do with the lonely hearts, every Thursday, please offer those who send me emails and stuff like that. What I want to do is, before the year runs out, I will try and see how I can matchmake you with those who are also soul searching. And I tell you one thing, thank God for everything Jehovah has been doing. It's not by my will, but His will. So it's a journey I've been doing for many years. And I thank God that I've never done anything that is come out negative. I'm always having happy endings with matchmaking. So some of them are watching the program and they know. So for me personally, it is something about being good to people. When you're good, good comes back to you. When you think of the welfare of others in a positive and constructive manner, God always ends up blessing you. You can't get away with it. So for me personally today, it is about talking about how to handle things. Nobody's perfect. We're not perfect. So for anybody to come and say, you know what, I'm not perfect. I never will claim to be perfect. But I always believe when you meet your soulmate, it doesn't matter how many children they do have, you must learn to accommodate them. You must learn to understand the kids. Look at them as like your niece and nephews. That if it was your niece and nephew that you're looking after, obviously the same love you give to your niece and nephews is what you should be giving to your stepchildren. The same love, because you will find that maybe the boy or the girl is upset that her mom and dad are no longer together. So why would that child be with that person? Do you understand? Because they want their mom and dad together, even though it will never happen. So children are funny. So they might be rebellious. It doesn't mean that at the end of the day that child is nasty, that child is rude or uncontrolling. What normally happens is that they still try to come to terms that their mom and dad are no longer together. So you coming in the picture, you need to be patient and understand them. You don't come in as like, you have to call me daddy. You have to call me mommy. You give them time to let them call you that name because they want to gain your trust. They want your loyalty. They want to understand, are you going to stay or are you just part of the same girlfriend and boyfriend that, mom and dad has that will come and go and at the end of the day, leaving me confused. That is why what is happening in the society now is children of that kind of background, they do have a lot of, there's a lot of them turning into crimes, being, because they don't have any emotions, they don't have any feelings, they don't understand that certain things, is happening to them. So they then take it personal. These are the reasons why we must learn to love and understand one another. We must be able to give that positive impact. The role we play is very important. As we come into this world, we shall live. So why would we all, deal in things in a very negative manner? Why do we think that, by being constructive and positive, who cares about what anybody thinks about me? You might think nobody cares. You might think people don't, at the end of the day, but you look at yourself and you think, what impact, what role am I making in the society? How am I helping to deal with, in-laws and stuff? Mother-in-laws and father-in-laws, there's a lot of my mates as well whose kids, my goddaughter got married recently and stuff. So I know what it entails to be an in-law. And I keep saying to people, it's not an easy task to do. But when you are an in-law, you need to give room for those couples to grow. You need to understand that, yes, your child is your child, but sometimes your kids might not be doing right with that person. If your child is abusive towards another person's child, obviously that is wrong. And then instead of supporting the person in question, you support your child. You gang up to attack your child. I mean the person who, the man or the woman, because of what your son or your daughter has told you. Not investigating it, not finding out whether the story of what you've been told is the actual truth. And at the end of the day, until something major happens, then you turn around and say, but she didn't say anything, or he didn't tell me what was really going on, but you knew. But because you just wanted to make sure that your kid, your child is who you actually, making of a bad in-law, exactly, Omolabake. When you have a bad in-law, this is what happens. But, at the end of the day, we need to start understanding the role we play in society. Whether as an in-law, whether as a normal regular Joe in the society, whether we are dealing with, and friends. There's some people who would, once they see that they're friends, whether it's a man or a woman, maybe they roll out with this guy all the time. They go sleeping around with women. They do all sort of stuff. And suddenly, the guy meets a good woman. They get jealous. They start to find a way to badmouth that person so that they would then end up being in the same boat. But I tell you one thing, guys, friends who do that, they end up, when they have their own relationship, they put that guy who has listened to them. You see, it's not good to have a weak partner. When a partner is weak, anything other people tell him, instead of dealing with the situation with you, he would rather support them because that's what that person is used to. If you don't have a partner, if you have a partner who's not loyal to you, when something happens, are you with those people or are you with those people or are you with the partner you're with? That is very important. If something happens, who are you supposed to protect? Who are you supposed to be loyal to? It's your partner. It's the person you like, not the people that are telling you stuff because they want to gain your trust. At the end of the day, you're leaving this person out in the cold. What if the table was turned? How would you feel? If somebody does that to you, would you like it? No. So why would you then allow other people to then attack the person who you're having intimacy with? And then instead of you to say, you know what, This is somebody, whether you hate that person so much, unless you do not respect yourself, because you know something, you want somebody to be loyal to you, you want somebody to protect you, your feelings, but are you protecting that person's feelings as well? Are you thinking about how that person feels, seeing you 24/7 with that person's enemy or people that have, upset them? How do you think that person feels? Do you think it's right? Do you think at the end of the day that makes you a better person? Because you know what? You're leaving this person out in the cold, and yet and still, if anything happens to you, you want to look back and hopefully pray and wish that person is there with you. It doesn't make no sense. We must learn to give. When you give in, when you're saying to a person that you like, if you say, I like you, I want to be with you, I want to have something with you, let's take it one step at a time. Those are the things that come into package as well. Not the fact that, at the end of the day, okay, well, if you're throwing tantrums, that's it. No, it's not about throwing tantrums. It's about understanding how that person feels about the situation. It's about getting to know that this person probably is hurt and angry, and they don't need for me to do this to them. Respect is reciprocal. When someone insults your partner in your presence and you don't support them, they are indirectly insulting you. Exactly my point. When a person goes round bad mouthing somebody you're having a close intimacy with, and you can't do nothing about it, but then you turn around and make that person who you claim is your partner to feel as if they're doing wrong, then you're not a man or a woman. You're not a good person, because at the end of the day, you've showcased who you really are. Because they are not just insulting that person, they're also insulting you. It makes you look weak as a person. Because at the end of the day, you're not saying to that, this is the reason why sometimes third parties are meddling into people's business. Some people will see that you're trying to be nice. You're developing a relationship. They just want to spoil it. They don't understand the situation. And if a person does that to you, you start to question their own integrity as a human being. Because somebody who has done something wrong, your partner said, this person has upset me and done certain things. What you need to do is support your partner. I don't believe that when a situation happens, yes, sometimes you find that maybe the story might not be the same thing, but why don't you investigate it? Why don't you find out the truth before you jump on the bandwagon to sit on the fence with those who are attacking the person you're claiming you like and you want to be with? We must learn to respect. You see, respect is reciprocal, it's not one-sided. It's not about hating. It's not about thinking about, oh God, this person, I don't really like this person. Oh yeah, well, you just want to, even if you wanted to have a fling or you wanted to have a nice time, that person is a human being. Will that person hear something bad about you and they'll stay there and allow people to disrespect you? No. It doesn't really matter who this person is. But at the end of the day, how do you react when you hear certain things being said about the person who is meant to be your object of affection? If you can't protect him or her, then you don't love the exactly. You don't love the person, because you want at the end of the day, if you don't protect that person, you're sending a message that, I don't really care about you, and that is wrong. But it's okay for you to touch that person. It's okay you want to sleep with that person, or you're having a relationship. But you can't protect that means you've given people the chance to actually attack that person. So once you hear something bad, there are times people will make up stories about, they see two people getting along. And this happens. I love my darling and sister Fumi Adi. I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Great to see all you women here today. This is something that happens a lot in the African community, where you have a relationship and you have a third party. There's some people who are just maligning, attacking and abusing. It's not good to have a weak partner. When a partner is weak, they will make sure that they destroy a good thing even before it starts. because they're not supporting you. All they want to do is, sometimes some are so selfish, it's all about, the money. You know very well those people, at the end of the day, you want to do business. When you're doing all that, what does that make you? You're evil. Because you're already encouraging them to make fun of somebody, and then yet and still, you want that person to protect you. You want that person to believe. Exactly. If you can't protect him or her, then you don't love such person. You don't. You never do. Because what is the point of me trying to be nice to you, and then you're not being nice to me back? What is the point of you sitting down with those who are, yes, tie hearts a man? Exactly. The heart of a man is wicked. When somebody is heartless or selfish and vindictive, when you turn around and do that to a person, you're already making yourself, you're showcasing the kind of person you are. There's some people that are very good at manipulating. They will come up with all sorts, all because they know at the end of the day, all they have to say is something bad. Have you found out if what is being said about that person is true or not? Have you? Have you even called that partner to say, you know what? I don't want to feel as if, I'm caught in the middle of this situation. But what happened? I want to know what's going on. Not after doing stuff with that person, and you then turn around to them, by the way, so person is just, that is silly and wrong. Totally disrespectful. Because you then give room to those who do not even know you, who do not know your partner, to think, you know what? Anytime you're a weak person, anytime all we just have to do is to say something negative, you will come running as well. It shouldn't be that way. We must learn to respect one another. You must learn to know when something is wrong, find out the truth. Instead of jumping on the bandwagon, attacking the person, and then expecting that person to still be like, hey, you're a darling. No, it doesn't work that way. Life is too short. Because you know something, if a relationship doesn't work out, but does that mean you end up being enemies because of a little thing? Is that maturity? Does that make it right? And then you think, okay, yeah, I'm following this person, I'm supporting, but why, what for? Whether the thing started beginning or the end, you end up seeing it in front of God because you have joined hands to persecute an innocent person. And then yet you claim that person is your partner, or you like that person, or you have intimacy with that person, without even knowing that you're sinning. And everybody wants to come on the same thing because they've just tried to tell you something totally different without you even investigating it. We must learn to love and understand one another. We must learn to respect one another. My guest is meant to be coming in. I don't know what happened. I think I meant to invite her. I don't know how this thing works, but she will be coming on the program anyway. She's around. We'll still be having a fantastic segment next week. So I'm sure she's going to be able to come on. I'm supposed to invite her or something, but I don't know how it's done because I'm still getting used to all this live thing we're doing. But like I keep saying, when we're in a relationship, whether dealing with the in-laws, siblings, or friends of each other, we must learn to respect and love and honor them until they overstep their mark. And when they do, there's no reason to attack or be vicious with them. You try and make sure that they do understand you're not going to put up with certain things. But don't be vicious. There's no reason for that. Some of them feel threatened when they see you. When a man or a woman sees, oh, my friend has got a very good person. Oh, this is somebody that is, strong, has a good personality. They start to look for ways to negatively, poison that person's mind against you, whereby the person will start to misbehave. And instead of trying to understand that, what is being said is a lie, they can, start to believe everything because they believe their friend or the person telling them will never lie to them. Don't ever trust nobody. There are times that you need to investigate certain things people say to you. Don't judge anybody. Because when somebody says something negative about a person to you, believe you me, half the time, what they're saying is a lie. You must investigate it. And if you're with a partner and that partner says, this person has done something to me, give them that benefit of that. There's no reason for that person to come up with stories. There's no reason for you to sit down and join hands with those who will persecute a person that you're supposed to be protecting. Unless you never had a good intention from day one to that person. Otherwise, there's no reason to be together. Because when you're saying you're with somebody or you want to be with somebody, your priority should be that person, not other people around. When you're selfish with your needs, when you're selfish about, oh well, this person, and you expect that person to be there for you, but are you a pillar for your own the other person, the partner? Are you a pillar? Are you there protecting? Are you there respecting? Do you respect this person? Are you humble to this person? Do you genuinely care for that person as a friend before you think of a relationship? Deal with in-laws, love. If they misbehave, limit yourself from deep interactions and you enjoy your hobby. Exactly, my sister. Dealing with in-laws with love. Sometimes you find even if you love them more than you expect, they will still come back and be nasty. Some in-laws, not all in-laws, please don't misquote me. Some in-laws, they will be nice to you. They will try. But there are some in-laws that they are nasty. Even friends. I tell you one thing. I had someone wrote me on the inbox message today. I did say I was with his permission, I said I would, discuss what he wrote to me on the inbox, and I felt it was something that I wanted to share with you. And this is a guy from a guy's point of view, and he said, you know what? Thank you for everything you've been doing. I've been following you for years, and I know you're a very nice person, and I'm glad that you've been doing all this. But I wanted to share my own personal experience with you about my ex. And I said, okay, please feel free to. And then he said, how much the woman had. Because sometimes what I find is when a man or a woman inbox me and talks about their past relationship, I don't judge. Because in this life, there are always two sides to every story. I'll listen to your point of view. If it's something I can get involved to try and make sure that the relationship gets back on track, I'll try. But I have to understand why that person is being who they are. And sometimes you might say to me, oh, no, don't believe, I'm telling you the truth. A time will tell, because there's this thing in Yoruba they say, Efiniwa, that you cannot hide your character for long. And no matter how much you try to pretend, it always comes out. You would always know this person is either a good person or this person is a bad person. I want you guys to share this program as well. Anyway, before I digress, he then said to me, his mother-in-law, they actually, they've been trying hard to destroy his business, to the extent that the woman, that the mother was telling her that he ended up finding out that their last born wasn't his, because his wife was having an affair. And when he got to know that, he even forgave her that they had 2 kids. Well, no, 3 kids, sorry. They had 3 kids. And he forgave her for the last, because, he said he talked about all the things they passed through together. She was there for him in the past, but her mom is a nasty piece of work. And the reason is because she's not with, chameleons don't change exactly. They never do, darling. And her mom was always consistently meddling in their relationship, to the extent that they nearly poisoned him. Even showed me the medical reports, and I was shocked, because I thought, okay, these are things that men say. And I went on his profile. One thing I don't do is, I when people, I only communicate with all my friends on newsfeed. I rarely go on people's pages unless it's necessary. So anyway, to cut the whole story short, I went on his page to see who this person was, to actually familiarize, because he's been my friends for years. But, I've never gone on his page, and I felt very bad. I said, okay, let me go and check him out to see whether what he's telling me is the truth or not. So my going there, I realized that, he sent me the picture of when he was in hospital, the medical reports and stuff, and I thought, whoa, okay. And he said, I'm not giving up on love. I believe there's a good woman out there for me. And I thought, okay. I didn't know what to say because I was really shocked. And he said, look, I've had to deal with so many things. And it was a lengthy conversation. And there's been so many like that has called me to talk about what they've been passing through. And I know there are genuine, decent people out there who are passing through a lot that just need a good person to understand them. It's not even about money anymore. People don't really, they just want a good companion, an understanding partner, somebody that would know how they feel with their heart and they'll be able to deal with them. So it's not really fair when you see somebody trying to get into a good relationship with somebody, and then just because you are a friend or an enemy, or I don't want to describe those kind of people, all you do is sabotage it. All you do is try and create what is not. Just because you know that person is weak. It's not fair. Or just because you know that if this person is with this person, they will become strong. They will enlighten that person. They will open their eyes to so many things. Then you start to attack the woman. And because the man is weak, stupidly, what does he do? He follows his friend. Then he will say, oh, he or she has been my friend for many years. They will not lie to me. How are you so sure about that? They are called manipulators. People who mess people's life up, and just because you're friends, you don't notice that they're manipulators. You don't notice the evil side of them because you've always seen the good. They are the same people that will go behind and badmouth you. They are the same people who let people know your business without you even knowing they're the ones doing it. But when they come to you, they will quickly tell you something, but because they know you like them and you're weak, you will believe everything they say. So we need to start checking ourselves. We need to start understanding that sometimes certain things happen for a reason. Everything that you hear, I'm telling you right now, don't believe it. Every single thing people say, you must learn to investigate something before you get yourself into sinning and character assassinating somebody you don't even know what the story is. Just because somebody has gone to tell you something, somebody has gone to lie to you, somebody has gone to maliciously try to destroy somebody's character, all for their own selfish gains. But you don't know this. You don't even know that's what they're doing. After they've cajoled themselves into your life, then you start to see, but then you've lost good people around you that have tried to say to you, be very careful the kind of company you're keeping. But because that person is telling you, at that particular time, they're the bad ones. Or they're the bad ones. You, as a person, trying to, protect this person, you're the bad one. But you see, those that are telling, oh, don't worry, don't do this, they are the good ones. And then you stupidly follow them. And then what happens? You end up being in a lot of problems. All because you think you're smart. There's a lot of people that don't like people's progress. There's a lot of people that don't want you to have a good thing in life. They just pretend with you. Once they see you're doing something good, they're spoiling it. May God punish those who do that to us. May Heavenly Father destroy anybody that wants to destroy us. May everywhere they go, may they be exposed. And this is the thing. We mustn't allow people like that to be functioning in the society. Because what they do is, they will leave one place, spoil it, run to another place, spoil it, go. And that is what they do. They're called, like you rightly say, they are chameleons. They're very good. They're very good in pretending. They're very good in giving people this impression about them. But they're not holier than thou. They're evil. And I tell you one thing, when they start, believe you me, you will think they're good people. They're not. They are nasty. They're evil. They will destroy. They will try and set you up. And then when they do that, they think you know people are not going to notice, but God is watching. You don't do things evil to people. Some people just have this notion they need to say something, and then you find some people coming using that same stupidness and character they've heard. They don't even know whether what's been said is true or not. They will start to use it to misbehave towards you. Or because somebody has said something, or you have those who cannot, I call them cowards. If you're brave enough as a person to say something bad about somebody, why don't you say it to that person's face? You know, always when a person tells you, don't tell this person, believe you me, there's a reason. Question that reason. Why shouldn't I tell the person if you're sure of what you're telling me is the truth? Don't tell that person. There's a reason. Question it. Because that person telling you stuff, or because, you know, like this, there's this meme that's been going around that, you know, don't listen to what you hear about other people because you don't know if it's coming from a hater. But then you will hear it, you will put up an attitude. The person says hello, you're all over the place. And there's some people, they think, oh, you're doing something, I need to destroy this person so I can get there. Who are you? Are you God? Relationship, having, you know, partners, everything. Who are you? There's a lot of relationships that has been destroyed because of things like this. There's a lot of people who are crying in pain because of things like this. There's a lot of people whose destiny has been changed and violated because of things like this. And yet and still, you as a person doing it, you want to be happy, you want to progress, you want your own things to be good. God is not the God that I serve, that I believe in. Is not a two-faced God. You don't spoil other people's thing for yours to go. No. When the time is right, even if it's 1 year, 2 years, it could even be 5 years down the line, karma will come back and haunt you in the ass. Some will say it to your face and they are still exactly. Some will say it to your face and they are lying. Some are so good in lying that, oh my goodness, if you do not have evidence to back your story up, believe you me, you're a gunner. If you do not have the proper evidence, I keep telling people this. You see, with me, I believe in evidence, substantial evidence. Keep it. Learn to keep evidences because you don't know when it will come in handy. There's some people that they believe you don't see them. And when they do all things like that, they destroy people's relationships. They believe at the end of the day, and these are the third parties we're talking about. Once they see that two people, they're getting on, they have a good relationship, they're being friends with each other, believe you me, they start to make sure that they spoil it. And they'll pretend, they'll come and be saying hello to you. They'll be all over you. They're killing you and they're still smiling with you. They're killing you, but they think you don't notice. May God give us eyes, insight eyes to see our enemies and those who pretend. You know, I was in a sister's, she tagged me today, fantastic, lovely lady, whom I love very much. You know, she's somebody that I adore. She's a fantastic sister I've known for years. And, you know, she's like me. She's always had this. But unfortunately, people like myself, sometimes what happens is, when we like somebody, we just end up, you know, supporting them. But then we find out that, this person is lying. But at the end of the day, we've already put ourselves in a situation of compromising, which is very, very bad. Anyway, I put a meme there that says, I hate fake people. When you're fake, I can't stand it. I don't know how to pretend. I don't like being in a place where, you know, I know this person is a nasty piece of work towards that. I don't do it. I don't like it. And then she wrote a fantastic, she wrote a lovely write-up on her page. What was it called again? I can't remember what it was. But anyway, it was lovely. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to share my own little bit there. When you're fake, you would continue to be fake. There's no two ways about it. When you're destructive and vindictive, believe you me, you'll find yourself being destructive and vindictive. If you're a friend, wish your friend well and not bad. Do not be part of those who spoil other people's happiness and joy just because you are jealous and envious of them. Learn to be happy for others, because if you see, when I believe it's only insecure, selfish, nasty people who do things like that. They would go to you, like you rightly said, some will say it to your face and they're still lying. You must learn to understand certain things about human beings. And I said it, because I'm in so many groups. I wrote something about trust nobody but yourself and stuff like that. I always ask God for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding anytime I pray. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to deal with human beings and situations. Sometimes you find yourself in a place where you're surrounded by your enemies, people that don't like you. They fake it. They pretend to. All because it's not they don't even know you. They don't know nothing about you. They think they know you from hearsay. But then when God is showing you certain things, you have to have insight eyes to watch your back, your front, your side, your left, to make sure these people don't present over you. You must learn to be strong. Ask for inner strength, spiritually, mentally, morally. God gives it to you. When things are and always learn to pray, let your good be more than your bad. This is a prayer that I pray to all my people around me. When you have the fear of God, when you're dealing with people and you have the fear of God, irrespective of who they are, whether it's your relationship, whether you're an in-law or anything, when you have your heart is clean, you have good heart, you have a plain mind, you're not fake. You who you are is who people see. God will always vindicate you. You will always be victorious. They will try and destroy you. They will try and destroy your relationship. They will do anything to make things bad for you. They will even want to frustrate you. But that is if God allows them. They will turn around and say, oh, you know what? I don't want this person around me. Oh, blah, blah, blah. It's all lies. Because they don't even know you. Some people have been so immature to listen to third-party hearsays all their lives that's how they deal with life issues. Some people are just nasty. Some people will badmouth in front of you, but when you come to they won't want people to see them with you because of all the bad things they've said about you. And then they expect you to be there. Oh, hello, my friend. Some people will see you and they've gone and told your partner or somebody you're with, who you want to marry, that one, you don't know how she sleeps around. Oh, that one is always with different women. They spoil it to discourage you. But a good person who truly likes you, oh God, why is life is very complicated, my darling. But may God give us the endowment to be able to cope in life. When you're strong, this is the thing, we should always pray for inner strength. When you have inner strength, there are people that want to victimize or bully you. You don't allow anybody to bully you or intimidate you. You must learn to stand up and face whoever comes your way. There are people that want to do that. Some people, they know they've hurt. Somebody has hurt you. They will want to hurt you as well. Because, that person did it to you. So you should be used to it by now. What gives you the right to hurt another person just because somebody else has done it to that person? Does that make you a good human being? Search yourself. I tell people, your conscience will judge you. If you're good, let your good speak for you. If you know you're not a meddler, a situation happens, did you help to solve it? Were you there to help to make sure that those people resolve the issue? Or did you stand behind and you were throwing stones for your own selfish gains? And you want the relationship to grow. You want your progress. It's impossible. There's what you call law of karma. We must learn to appreciate and respect other people. We must learn that. Sometimes people have this thing, I'm not going to talk to that person. At the end of the day, what business of yours is it to be destroying other people's stuff? And then you call yourself a human being. The one that baffles me is those that, oh God, Father, Lord, I'm this and that. But they're the ones who go to church the most. They're the ones you see in mosques. They are the ones who pretend that they know God when they don't know crap. They don't know nothing. If you know God, you would behave yourself. You will not treat other people badly. You see, this is the reason why my show is called Facts of Life with Abolitionists, where the truth is being said or told the way it is. You would be hated for speaking the truth, but damn it, speak it. Open your mouth and tell the truth. No, look, there's a saying in Yoruba that says, "Oloto olu shikaluni." That is, a person who speaks the truth is the bad person of the town. People hate the truth. People. I'd rather be honest and truthful and be hated than to be fake and be loved. When you're fake, eventually it will come out. You can't hide it forever. If you pretend to be what you're not, God has a way to open up and make sure that you are exposed. Don't think God is sleeping. He's not. Don't think, even if human beings don't see you, believe you me, God is watching you like a hawk. Whether you go to the corner of your thing, Father, Lord, forgive me. But the person you've hurt, because of you, maybe that person is depressed. Because of you, maybe that person is emotionally imbalanced. And then you go to the corner of that, ask God to forgive you. Well, you think God will? Hell no. I'm telling you the truth. Until you rectify the wickedness and bad behavior you've done to destroy others. Because of you, you've spoiled somebody's chance of a lifetime happiness. Because of you, you've been destructive. Because of you, you've allowed somebody to be bullied, even killed. Some people have committed suicide because of bad behaviors like this. And yet, you're saying, oh, my in-law, some mother-in-laws, some father-in-laws, they will say, oh, you cannot marry my child because you're from a poor background. They go and marry, they put two husband and wife, people from the rich family together, but the marriage doesn't last. Because of them, destiny that was meant to have a happy ending has been diverted. Why? You meet somebody and, at the end of the day, you say, oh, my friend doesn't like you. This friend that doesn't like this person, and does that friend know that person personally? Oh, you bring your friend along. Your friend is the one dictating what to do. Your friend is the one. Even you find that some churches, this is another topic for another day. They will say, once they see two people, no, it's not your wife, or it's not your wife, it's not your husband. Who are you in the eyes of God to destroy things? All for their own selfish gains. Then they separate them. Some people would do it and they think, oh, I don't want that person to notice. Those are the ones we call meddling third parties. Which is a topic we're talking about. Meddling third parties. When you call yourself an individual and you're a meddler, you destroy other. But your kids, they're getting married. Your kids are going to go through the same thing you've put others through. That's what you call law of karma. What goes around comes around. No matter how much you think, okay, I am going to do this, I will pray, I will do that. Yes, God might give you. It might be 10, 20 years down the line. The marriage will just collapse. And then it will be for the fault of what you've done to a person who's done you no wrong. Let us learn to respect. Let us learn to love. Relationship, like I said, for the next couple of weeks, we will be talking about relationship, marriages, and how it affects us. And also learning from one another. I'm glad it's my women here today. Hopefully next week is going to be mixed. But like I keep saying, we must learn to respect. We must learn to love one another. We must learn to give humility. Humility comes a long way. When you're humble, God humbles you. Don't be with somebody because of the gains you're going to gain with that person. Whether financial, or you know, because a lot of people believe, what is this person going to be giving me? Let it grow, let it flow. Don't be with somebody because you believe, this person has a good household, this person is connected. Because at the end of the day, you don't really care. You're too selfish. You're just thinking about you. And when you start to do that, that then make things worse. Because you might think, yes, I usually don't pray for their children to suffer. I pray to God to deal with the sinners. You see, one thing about this is, my darling, you're right. But God has a way of, when people are evil and they've done something nasty, there's a saying that says, even a person is a sinner, a person that is not a sinner also ends up getting going through it with the sinner. That ibi tí olódodo tí ẹni tó bá ṣẹ̀ bá ti ń jẹ́ olódodo náà á jẹ́ inú ẹ̀. You see, it's just like in King David and Saul and Jephthah. Was it Jephthah? Sorry, Jephthah, who was the son of Saul. Unfortunately, he died in battle because of his father, even though he was a good person. And I'm sure God will let him go into the kingdom. But you see, when you have, somebody, whether the mom and the dad, they're very nasty, and the children are nice, unfortunately, they always end up copying it. Because what normally happens is, those people tend to protect themselves, forgetting that their children are there. Even if no matter what you say in life, God has a way to make that person know, this is what you did to this person. You're not getting away with it. Let us be good to one another. Let us be positive builders, not destroyers. Don't destroy somebody else's thing because of your own selfish gain. Don't be nasty to somebody because you want to get to where you're going. Don't look at somebody and think, okay, this person, I can find a way to destroy and badmouth them. Besmirch their integrity for your own selfish gain. God is not a sleeping God. Let us respect one another. Let us respect and love one another. Let us understand that everybody has a story. With what I have read from a lot of you, my lovely viewers and fans of Facts of Life with Abolitionists, who have inboxed me, who have sent me emails, I realize there are good people out there who just want to be loved. And God will provide your soulmate to you, because I believe if we end up being nice to one another, what is wrong in that? Must I destroy you because I feel, okay, I like this man, I don't want you to have him? Must I pretend I'm in a marriage and yet I'm having an affair with somebody who I know wants to have a marital status, but yet and still, because of my selfish interest and selfish gains, I then destroy that. I try to make sure that I'm the one manipulating that person's vicious circle. God is watching. You don't escape such things. You don't. A person has a home, a marital home, and their marriage is going through stuff. Why do you want to then come in as the predator to destroy that relationship? Why? Why don't you let them be? Why don't you let their relationship grow? Let God help them to make sure that the relationship becomes a positive thing. If you cannot fix it, don't spoil it. If you don't want to make sure that stay away from it. Don't be a vindictive person. Don't be nasty. Because God is watching. Whatever we do in life, good or bad, we shall sow and we shall reap. There's no way, I'm telling you this, you will plant orange and then you believe that it is apple you're going to get. No. If you plant orange, you will get that orange. If you plant good seed, your generations will get the good seed. Let us think. Some people don't think before they act. is after they've done it, they start to think about what they've done. Some people like to believe, oh, I don't care. Nobody's going to notice me. Nobody's going to notice what I'm doing. Oh, they do notice. They do notice. You cannot get away with murder. Forget it. In this life, whatever you sow, you shall reap. If you're part of those who destroy other people, your time is coming. Unexpectedly, God will destroy you, destroy everything that you don't know that He has been seeing. It's only God. You see, sometimes when we think who's going to, nobody sees you, well, you are lying. God is watching you. Be good. What is wrong in being good? What is wrong in doing things in the rightful manner, in an appropriate manner? What is wrong in doing that? Must you be part of those that must destroy somebody else just because you want to go to where you're going? Must you be part of those who would then try and bully and victimize a person just because you want to get to where you're going? Must you lie and character assassinate anybody for your own selfish gains just because you want to get to, or you don't want any other person to progress? You don't want that person to be in a relationship. You don't want that person to do good. Anytime that person is doing it, you're just angry. You are envious. You're copying. You're trying to be. Why don't you get to understand or know your own goodness? Find your own positive things and work towards it. Everybody has a positivity they must learn from. We must learn to be good to one another. We must learn to respect one another. Don't be a destroyer of anybody's destiny. God has a way to make sure that you're with somebody for a reason. Everybody that comes through your life is here for a reason. This my lovely sister, I said posted something. She sent me this beautiful thing in on my inbox message. 3 types of people. And it stated inside, she said, it says there are 3 types of people in life. I don't know if I'm able to find it. I might be able to. Let me see if I can, this is a fantastic something. And I'm going to read it to you guys. Hopefully, this will make me, I'm hoping I'll be able to get it for you. Oh, it's frozen. Anyway, it stated there are 3 types of people in this world. Okay, hold on. I've got it. And I told her, I said, can you please send it, because I will be sharing it. And I tell you, sometimes you find that, they're good and bad in everybody. We all make mistakes. But should we be judged for our mistakes? Should we be condemned? There's some people, they will just be bad-mouthing you underneath. They'll be the ones destroying everything. You would just wonder, what is wrong again? What did I do to this person? There's some evil people underneath who they will never show their face because they know you will antagonize, they will attack them for what they've done to you. And when you ask them, okay, when somebody say, don't tell this person, don't let that person know, I'm telling you, never do that. Never believe it. Learn to understand this one. Who is this person? Why are you telling me not to ask that person? There must be a reason why you're doing that. Question why that thing is being said. Okay, here we go. It says there are 3 types of people. Where is it? Oh, it's gone down again. Okay. It says there are 3. Some people come into your life and they are like leaves on a tree. They are only there for a season. You can't depend on them or count on them because they are weak and only there to give you shade. Like leaves, they are there to take what they need, and as soon as they get cold or wind blows in your life, they are gone. You can't be angry with them. It's just the way they are, which is true. Branch people. There are some people who come into your life and they are like branches. They are stronger than leaves, but you have to be careful with them. They will stick around through most seasons, but if you go through a storm or two, your life, it's impossible that you could lose them. Most times they break away when it is tough, although they are stronger than leaves, which is true. You have to test them out before you run out there Exactly. In most cases, they can't handle too much weight, but again, you can't be mad with them. It's just who they are. Root people. If you can't find some people in your life, if you can find some people in your life who are like the roots of a tree, then you're lucky. Like the roots of a tree, they are hard to find because they are not. Their only job is to hold you up and help you live a strong and healthy life. If they try, they are happy for you. Be happy for people. Be happy. Don't be a branch. Don't be a tree, a leaf. Be happy. Be good. Nothing. Just as a tree has many limbs and many leaves, there are few roots. When you're a root, when people see you as a root, you will do no wrong. Be a root in somebody's life. Leave people will not pass this on, but that's okay. You know, this is something that I think people should share. I'm going to share the video later on. Be a root in people's life. 3 types of people. Be the root and not the leaf or the branch. When it gets tough, they run. That's just them. Because they believe, oh, I can't handle this. But yet they want you to be there for them through the stormy weathers. You know, they are in your life for a reason. They're only there for a season. You can't depend on them or count on them because they're weak, only there to give you shade. It doesn't mean if somebody does something wrong, you cannot correct them. It doesn't mean you'll be two-faced or fake. If you cannot help to make sure that the relationship or the person, the people between you, you're meant to be, you know, whether a man or a woman or a woman or a woman or a man, having issues, learn to make peace. Be a peacemaker, not a destroyer. No, don't be selfish. Don't think about just you. Don't think about your own selfish gains. And because when you start being so selfish and thinking about your selfish gains, that means at the end of the day, you're a bad person. Be nice to people. You don't know who is who. Just because you think you know a person, you might not know that person. You don't know where they're coming from. You don't know their background. You don't know their pain. You don't know what they've been through. Who are you to judge anybody? When you're dealing with people who have got single parents, nobody wants to have kids all over the place. No human being prays that I would have with A, I would have with B. Sometimes destiny, or there might be a generational curse that is doing that. Who are you to judge that person? Why don't you get to know the person as a human being first? Before you say, oh, can you imagine she sleeps around? Can you imagine he sleeps around? Oh, she aborted. Who are you to judge? Do you know the circumstance that has made that person make that decision? Do you know what that person has been through? And then you think you can use it to abuse that person and God will let you get away with it? And then you think you can use it to destroy somebody and you want God to be with you? God is not a fake God. Let's be good to one another. When things are bad, you must learn to find a way to overcome. There's some people that they look at you, they think, oh, because you're who you are, they want to take advantage of you. They want to abuse you. They want to disrespect you. Handling your parents, the thing is, when you're able to deal with friends of each other, you're able to handle difficult third parties. You're able to understand just because somebody is a single parent, it doesn't mean they're a bad person. It doesn't mean you cannot be a good father or mother role model to their children. Some people have special needs kids. What you know, at the end of the day, is it their fault? No. You don't really. Why don't you get to know that person? You don't know their journey of life. You don't know their emotional pain. You don't know what they've been through. But yet you'll be part of those that will be finding a way to even bully and gang up on that same person. And you want your own life to be good. It's impossible. God is not a God of fakeness. If you do good, you will receive it. What you sow in life, you shall reap, I keep saying. And also, and when you have in a relationship with as a step parent, You just treat them like your niece and nephews. Learn to love other people's children. God has a way of giving you, when you love other people's children, God will make sure that your own children are blessed. It's a journey. My father would say, but these days, if you're nice to some people's children, they automatically believe, oh, you want to use their children's destiny for something. You want to do this to their children. Hey, life is bad, but there are still good people that genuinely have good intentions. Don't write everybody up. Don't paint everybody with the same brush. Don't stain everybody with the way you're thinking. Your sense of reasoning and thinking must be changed. Relationship is supposed to be good, not bad. I'm so sorry, Dr. Olubusola. I know we spoke and I even sent you the lesson. Unfortunately, I think because I'm not used to how this thing works. But hopefully next week you will join me because you're a good friend. And she's a fantastic person. She's actually having a seminar in Nigeria very soon. I will be posting it on the comment box. My lovely viewers, once again, thank you so much for tuning in this Wednesday for Facts of Life. With Facts of Life with Abelicious, where the truth is being said or told the way it is. Thank you all you have commented today. I know some people are watching and they will still come back and put messages there. If you'd like to advertise on the program, please, you can find us on Instagram and YouTube. Because some of the work we're going to start uploading it on YouTube. There's some of the things that we've done. Just search the Facts of Life with Abelicious 2017 is there. It will come up, and some of the videos are being uploaded, and this one too will be. And also for all those, I enjoyed it though. Oh, thank you, my darling. You've arrived. Do you want to add yourself? I think you have to. I think there's a little button there somewhere that you can. Oh, you did a great friend. We need messages like this. Yes, so my darling, because you're a fantastic, lovely lady, a very good friend of mine that I appreciate a great deal. I know you have a lot to say about this as well. And, for me personally, before I digress, you can find us on YouTube and Instagram. And also, please share the program as well. We want to be able to elevate. I've been here since you started. Oh, bless you. But I don't know how this thing works. I think you have to press to invite yourself into the program or something. I don't know how it works. But anyway, it's always good being around good people. There are fantastic good people out there. Make no mistake. I'm a good person. I'm proud to be a good person. I will speak the truth. Some people find me overbearing. Yes, because of the truth. You won't find, I have principles and policies. Unfortunately, people like myself are termed as being, the snob. No, you don't. I'm a learner. I know, like me, but at the end of the day, when you've been around for so long, sometimes you need to make people understand it's not all about attacking somebody. It's not all about being vindictive, being nasty. What would you get, being all horrible? There are times that me and my friends, I've got fantastic, great friends that we fight, we kiss, and we make up. If I don't understand you, if I'm not happy with you, I don't know how to pretend with people. I will tell you how I feel about things. There's no point in me faking with you, because at the end of the day, if I fake with you, God will punish me. I don't like being around things that I know you've done something wrong. If I feel I cannot talk to you, I will avoid you like a plague. That's me. And the thing is, when you start learning how to understand and appreciate people, yes, we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. But do we then judge one another because of our imperfections? Do we then attack one another because, this person is with that person? When a relationship is going or is about, don't be a spoiler of that thing. Don't be selfish. Your selfish interest sometimes might end up destroying you as a person, because you might end up losing out. You might think, I'm going to do this to this person. I don't care. But listen, some people are very short-sighted. They only think about now. They don't think about, what if I did this? How would this person feel? What is going to happen next? Why have I done this? Is this fair on this person? Should I have done this thing to this person? Okay. You're not thinking. Your action, you attack first before you think. And then you start saying you're sorry. You're not sorry. your first mode of this is to be defensive. When you find somebody who's always defensive, be careful. Anything, even if they're wrong, they will not open their mouth to say they're wrong. Some people have no morals. There's certain things you just don't do. But they'll do it anyway because they're selfish. That is how they know how to do things. Some people don't even, genuinely, they don't understand, oh, they've done something wrong to this person. That is upsetting. So at the end of the day, when you say, I'm upset, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. Nothing stops you from saying, I'm sorry to a person you know in your heart of hearts you've wronged. Don't be proud. What are you proud of? What are you being proud of? For being nasty? For trying to besmirch somebody's integrity? For lying to your friend who probably met a good person, that person is a bad person? For turning around as an in-law, I don't want you to marry that girl or that boy. They said their family is this and that. But why would you judge that person without even getting to know if that person is a bad person or not? There are people who have been through generational curses, bondages. Some people have, because of this, their mouth, their lies, their maliciousness, they've gone and made up stories about people that have done nothing wrong to them. And because of them, those people are suffering. And yet, you want God to bless. You want your own way to be good. Which God? Which God? Which God? Not this Jehovah Jireh up there. He's not a fake person. When you try to destroy other people, you lie, you besmirch their integrity, you make up stories about them, you are the one that want to expose their negativity. Because some people, do you know, there's some, I will give you a quick story before I round up. Somebody did something to me many years ago. They expected me to, I don't expose people, and I'll tell you why I don't do it. Because I like God to expose them. I like God to come and fight for me. When I know I've done you no wrong. When I know I didn't do anything to deserve what you've done to me. When I know in my heart of hearts, you wronged me. Believe you me, the God that I serve doesn't leave me. He will expose you. That's it. I will not go anywhere to say I'm going to do. No. All I need to do is to call on to my God. In pain, that Father, Lord, come and fight for me. You are the only one that can do it. I don't have time. I will leave you to God. And I tell you one thing, God's fight is the worst. You want God to fight your battle for you? Don't fight your battles yourself. Let God do it. He always exposes them. He will expose them. No matter how much they go and start praying and fasting, they will not get away with whatever they do to us. My brothers and sisters, thank you all for tuning in. It's good to learn. My darling guest has just come. You're a fantastic, lovely person. Always there for me as I'm always there for her. She's a friend. She's not even my friend anymore. She's my sister. And please, I want you guys to go. Those of you in Nigeria, please go and support her and go to her program. Her program will be put on the comment box for you guys to share. Please and please go and support her. She is a therapist. She's a counselor. She does many things. And you know, she's part of the things that we're talking about. She also has a fantastic story to say. But I'll tell you one thing, next week she's going to be here with me live and be able to, I'm still learning so many things of this thing. Love you more, darling. Yes, we come a long way, my sweetheart. We do come a long way. And you know, it's good when you support one another. When we're supporting each other in good things will always come to us. For those of you out there, I know many are still going to inbox and email me on factsoflife factsoflifewithabelicious@gmail.com. Guys, and also in the inbox message, you can get us there to speak with me regarding certain issues. Some people are very good, we know. They don't like to come on the main thing. They like to inbox me privately and confidentially. Or whatever you discuss with me is private and confidential anyway. I don't believe in discussing people's business out there. I don't do it. I've never done it. And, you know, for me personally, it doesn't mean when A comes to tell me something, I will then go and tell B unless I'm trying to fix the situation. But when you're fixing things, it's not everything you will say. You know, sometimes when people are angry, they will say so many negative things. But learn to pick the good things there to make sure that you don't end up putting your foot in it and they're saying those things so that they will get you into trouble. You must learn to be tactful, learn to be mature, and pray for, yes. You better, I'm waiting for you, darling. I am waiting for you. So, for those of you dealing with in-laws, siblings, or friends of each other who are on the negative aspect, pray to God. There's nothing God cannot do. We've all been there. I have been there, and I can tell you one thing. Every time I say to God, people don't know my journey. My experience is what I use to do what I'm doing. And to help others, to be able for you to know that there's still hope. Positive thinking. Don't be part of the negative people. Don't be part of those who destroy. I don't believe in all that. I believe in good things, looking at the good things of people. Be nice. When you're nice, God is nice to you. When you're evil, and because of you, somebody is depressed, somebody is, down, somebody has done wrong, you just decide you want to make that person's life unbearable. Somebody has not done anything bad about you. You're the one going around making sure that everybody hates that person, destroying that person's work, destroying that person. God is watching you. You will not get away with it. You cannot pull me down syndrome on other people's relationship or other things that they're doing, and you expect your own to be up there. The God that I serve is not fake. He will never allow that to happen. Let us be good to one another. Handling stepchildren, as I stated earlier on, be nice. Treat them like your niece and nephews. Once you show love to other people's kids, instead of finding ways to destroy them, destroy their destiny, attack them, because everything God is watching us. Let your hands be clean. When your hands is clean, God has a way of making sure that He treats you with eternity. And He says, touch not my anointed, because when you are an ordained child of God and you do things in His way, according to His ways, God will always be there for you, protecting you. Make no mistake. You might be among enemies, you might be among people that don't really care, but God cares. When your God loves you, Jehovah Almighty loves you, the rest is history. Be supportive of other people's happiness. Be supportive of other people's work. Don't destroy it. Don't badmouth it. Don't, because you believe your life has no end, so you must then spoil other people's happiness in eternity. If you can't love them like your own, don't bother to marry them. Exactly. Dr. Olubu said, absolutely, darling. If you cannot love them like yours, don't bother. Some people just believe that, okay, a family member will say, you are going to, because the guy is single. You want to marry a woman with kids. But listen, what if that is where his happiness is? What if that is where his happiness or happiness is? Why would you destroy it? Some people, they're having affairs. They have a home. But because they are not happy at home, they will now hold toy boys and put them underneath their legs. And they will not let that man digress. All you that are, sugar mummies and sugar daddies out there that are destroying other people's this thing, instead of allowing them to grow, to have their own relationship, God is watching you. God knows your number. All those things, or maybe you're a married man that you're dating a woman, you're married. Why would you want to be with somebody that at the end of it, you want to deceive that person? Why lie when you're in a relationship with somebody else? You're in a relationship. Why do you want to go and meet the person and pretend that you like them? When you're happily married. Why? You're in a relationship with somebody else. Why fake it by coming to somebody knowing full well the person is so searching for a good man or a woman to be with? And then you turn around and mess the person's life up, and then you say, and then you go back to your missus. You're seeing it, but you have daughters and you have sons, and you want to protect your own family, forgetting that the person, at the end of the day, are you God? We must not do things that will come and bite us in our asses. We must learn to respect. If you have nothing good for somebody, please leave them alone. I tell you one thing, the things I have read, the inbox messages and stuff I've received, oh my goodness. Please, If you have nothing good for somebody, let them be. Just leave them. Don't be there. Don't fake it. Don't pretend. It's not worth it. What are you going to gain from that? So at the end of the day, you do that and then you come back again. What for? Let them be. If they are single parents and you know you don't even let the relationship get to anywhere whereby you're touching or don't do it. The minute there's a sexual intercourse, whether by kissing or foreplay or something, you have already committed. Don't fake it. No. Don't be fake. Don't lie. Because when you're lying and then you end up badmouthing the person, you're the one going about telling everybody your business. Your private relationship with this person, it's all over. You're telling everybody your mouth is lousy, you're loose. Obviously, God will punish you for it. You don't need all that. If a marriage is not working, why don't you help them build it back? If a relationship has issue, help them to solve it. Don't be a reason why people are not together. Because it's a sin on your head as a person. Let us be good. We're still going to have more of this relationship thing, I tell you. Like I said, we will be having a lot of... I'm going to try and make sure that for those of you that have contacted me pertaining to soulmates, we will see what God would do. I believe there's always a good person for every person out there. I haven't given up on relationship. I haven't given up on love. And I believe in it. Like one of my friends will always say, you love love. I love love. And I believe sometimes just because you've been hurt doesn't mean that every person, you paint everybody with a bad brush. Just because you come from a broken home doesn't mean that you are going to have a broken home. Just because you've been abused mentally, emotionally, physically, doesn't mean you will not find somebody who's going to love you unconditionally, who's going to be with you, who's going to respect you, who's going to know your worth and value, who's going to humble you, who's going to protect you, who's going to be loyal to you, who's going to treat you like, no, I don't want this woman or this man to be hurt. Let us learn to respect those that we claim we like, not even love. Once you say you like somebody, that person should be protected by you. There's no reason to expose them. When a relationship is going through patches, pray. If you're meant to be, it will happen. If you're not meant to be, walk away graciously and still remain friends, not enemies. Don't let, because of you, somebody is bitter. That every time your name is mentioned, they curse you. Or they have nothing good to say about you. For those of you out there who have done some things, there's nothing wrong and I'm sorry. When you hurt somebody, you've done something bad, be a bigger person and say you're sorry. When you leave it too late, sometimes too late, you might end up finding yourself in a very negative environment. Because God might end up saying, you know what, you're too proud and you're evil. And there's nobody God cannot expose. At the right time, He will expose the person. And for those of you who like to, your sense of reasoning, your sense of thinking is zero. All you do is negativity. You don't have anything good to say about people. Friends anybody that your friend has, oh, this person is not good. Oh, that person, they said this and that. Shut up. Mind your own business. Stop meddling. Stop attacking. Stop taking advantage of a friend just because that person, let that person be happy too. Just because you're miserable doesn't mean you must make them miserable too. Don't be the one, don't be a reason for attack. If a person comes to meet you, oh, your friend did this and that, try and resolve it for them. Don't be, oh really? And then you start abusing the person. Why? Calling out all sorts of names that you don't even know this person just because your friend has belittled that person to you. And that makes you a real man. And that makes, and every day you ask God for forgiveness, God will never forgive you. Let's plant love, not hate. I'm going to end the tone on this. Whatever we sow in life, we shall reap, good or bad. Let us be good. Let our good be more than our bad. If you believe in God, if you serve Him, if you genuinely believe that there's a God out there and He's not sleeping, whether you're a Christian or a Muslim, do the positive things, not the negative things in the Bible. Learn to learn. Let your ways be a positive and good one. Your morals. Nobody's perfect. I keep saying this. But let me tell you something. I always say to God and I always pray, may my good be more than my bad. And that is where I want everybody to start thinking. May my good be more than my bad. If anybody's going to say something, oh yeah, Abby is this and but when it comes to anger, when she's upset, yes. Everybody has their imperfections, but not a destructive and vindictive one. Don't be a character assassinating anybody. You don't know their story, you don't know their journey. Don't be, oh, I like you, no, and then you go back. That is what you call shemigbani. That is, for those of you, my viewers that are not Yorubas, somebody that will be pretending they like you and then they're going back to attack you, they'll go back again, they're faking it. God will always expose them. God will destroy them, mark it. You don't do things like that and get away with it. You might think nobody's watching you. God is watching you. You're not going to get away with it. Be nice. Be good. Let your heart be exposed. Learn. When you learn, you would understand life. Be a root, not a leaf or a branch. When you're a root, you stand and support. You hold the tree. So for those of you who are questioning being with a single mother or a single father, there's nothing wrong with it. As long as you like that person, give them a chance. For you who are handling stepchildren, pray. Take them like your nephews and nieces. Understand them. Be there for them. When you're there for them, they will be able to have confidence in you. When they're naughty or maybe they're playing up, it's because probably they still want their father in the picture. Stay back and be their friend first. When you're their friend, you understand them, they would have confidence in you. They will gain your trust. Don't just treat them like crap, or maybe the woman then have your child, then you start neglecting your stepchild or your stepchildren by disrespecting them or making that child feel is not part of the family. Obviously, they're going to rebel. And for you, the in-laws, I urge you, I beg you, be good ones. Don't be a destructive in-law. With this, I end the note of Facts of Life with Abolitious. Thank you for all you, my lovely viewers, for tuning in. I know I've said thank you before. Before my lovely Dr. Lubusola, my darling friend, came in. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for showcasing your support. I'm glad that, I appreciate you always. I love you as usual. I'm always on your program and on your page as well. You're always there supporting me. That is what good friendship is all about, supporting one another positively. May Jehovah bless us all. Thank you all for tuning in today on Facts of Life with Abolitious. Yes, as I stated, for those of you who have inboxed me, I will look into it. I'm going to reply some of your messages. For those of you who have not replied, please don't be offended with me. I'll try and come back and reply you. I'm just trying to, I'm sort of like multitasking. So please don't take it personal. And also, as I stated, I will try my possible best, God willing, make a lot of faces happy. And oh yes, that reminds me, every end of the year I do this charity donations. I will come back with you guys next week, because I might put it on the Facebook Live page, where I'm going to be talking about a little bit about helping those who are in need, and also any charity organization. But there's always a competition that we do. So that competition is about seeing the best dancer. You will then, hello Toxie, how are you? Thank you for tuning in. I'm just about to round up on you guys, so you can watch the video later. Also, the video will be downloaded on YouTube. Just type it. Please subscribe to the channel, share the video. Let us be able to create a positive impact. On this platform is about positivity, encouraging one another, supporting one another, making sure that we're doing something constructive and good. So also, please, we're on Instagram as well. So you guys should share the thing. Let us, educate, enlighten, and create encouragement among people who've given up on life, who've given up on relationship. There are good people out there. Trust me. Just be, if we're looking for, just be good. When you're good, the good will come to you. Be positive. I thank you all for watching. Jehovah be with you all. God bless. Have a fantastic weekend coming up. And I pray to you that everything you lay your hands on will be a good one. Good night.
Welcome to Amen Estate.
Oh yeah, let's talk on the matter. You see the light never blink when you act.
Everything clean and proper, and there's no place better.
Amen, safe and secure. Now you know. Everything's safe and secure.
When you find anywhere where they shop.
Even if you're from abroad.
Amen, estate you should call. Always the package you sure. So
go tell your sister and your brother, tell your friends and family, they happy not.
So don't get left behind. At Amen estate you will find peace of mind.
Amen, safe and secure. Everything's safe and secure.
Welcome to Amen Estate, brought to you by Red Brick Homes International Limited.
Fact of Life. Fact of Life with Abilicious is the program where the truth is being said or told the way it is. Heard live on Facebook and live on various social media platforms. Presenter is Abi Ojo every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. UK time with special guest by 7:30 p.m. UK time. Stay tuned and join us this Wednesday night on Fact of Life with Abilicious is on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So it is easy for me and you to watch it everywhere. Like our page and share it with others. Would you like to advertise and promote your products, businesses, services, work, events, or show on Fact of Life with Abilicious program? Then contact us via Gmail, Fact of Life with Abilicious at gmail.com, or social media mention Fact of Life. Deal with issues such as social, political, entertainment, humanitarian, and charitables. Yes, across the globe is discussed and here live. Don't miss it.